Got a package in the mail. Yeah, they're blossoming already, so I don't think that they sent it in a good time. I told them to send it at the first week of April. These are Dwarf Aronia. I'm going to pinch the blossoms off anyway. Then we'll see if the leaves make it through the frost that we're going to have yet. Maybe I'll cover them with sheets. That's what they are right here. Look at the mountain ash they sent me. They wrapped their roots up in this plastic. One more Aronia. This one's got a double. We'll bury it down below that double, or above that double. See if it'll sprout roots. Okay. I was going to go do a pocket garden, but I like to do this better. Nice, cool, rainy day. Perfect day to plant a tree. It's going to be hot tomorrow, so I'll probably dig out some sheets and put them over the top of them. They were in this box for a couple days, so they're not used to sunlight. There, now you aren't going to have to worry about making any fruit this year. Just settle in. Let's see what kind of root system you have here. Pretty bound up. I think it's too bound up, too old, being a pot, but we'll see how it happens. I didn't learn this from anybody. I didn't, I could be doing something that somebody's going to say, oh, you can't do that. But what I think is these roots are bound up in this pot. and it's in this material. It's been in there for a long time and it's kind of used to it. So it might not grow out of it ever. It might just stick in its little prison that it's got made for it. So now I'm going to force it to come out of that prison. So when I bury it in a hole, I'll spread these roots out. I'll dig a big hole. So I'll spread these roots out like this, the bottom of the hole. So I'm going to have to build one that's pretty wide. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, that's not the worst. We're gonna go with it. We're going to guess that it was facing that way to the sun because this new one was curling that way. Got some more to do. Okay. I got the mountain ash out of its tight package. It's got a pretty decent root system in there. They must have done this before, and it worked. I don't know. I must not have caught that it was a graft though. But I've got one that's already, I got one in the yard that's grafted and it's living pretty well, so let's go with it. Here's where I planted the mountain ash. And tucked into the roots of this black currant. This is about the only spot I had here along the fence. I've got another mountain ash just down here 20 feet. So there's like an empty spot right there. Here's that's a hazelnut that's kind of more of a tree, and here's an apple, and then right in here there's a little space that comes through with sunlight, so it's going to have to go up. Plus I'll prune this apple anyway. There's a pea shrub next door, and that's a nitrogen fixer, so that'll kick her off. Behind them are a couple of cornelian cherries. They'll be like northern guards. You can see the Aronia in there all nicely tucked away. There's one back here in the corner. I don't know if we can see it or not. Yeah, right there. So this is mostly honeyberries, but I still got a couple spots here. I've got dwarf serviceberries and dwarf mulberries coming, so I'm probably getting one of each of those in here yet. And then one in each of those over here. And then our final one, our third one, is right there. So before dark, I'm going to throw sheets over them. Try not to stress them out with the... I don't think it's going to frost tonight, but it's going to get kind of cold. And next week, there's 2 nights that are going to be cold. But there's that in the tube is a bush cherry. There's a honeyberry and honeyberry. So we had honeyberry, bush cherry, honeyberry, Aronia. We're going to have room for a service berry and a mulberry in here and in here. And really going to get some diversity. Alright, that's the end of the show. We got it in before all the rain started. Just getting going now. Kind of nixed my plans for building a pocket garden today. But that's okay, or this afternoon I was going to start it anyway. So I'm kind of excited to have all this diversity in these little main crop gardens that I have a chicken wire roof of, so that the birds don't come in and steal the berries. Alright. You can go back to sleep now. I was talking to the new Dwarf Aronia, and they're right now getting acquainted with the soil life. So the next 2 days I expect them to do a lot of handshaking and nodding over their heads and whatnot, and then the soil life is going to connect and start to feed them, and they're going to feed the soil life. That's what I think.